Merry Christmas Eve, everyone. This is Mike Bass back with another forecast update for you for this December 24th, 2023. I'm hoping everybody had a great Sunday out there so far. Everybody has a great Sunday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in today's video, we're going to be talking about your Christmas forecast, and also we're going to take a look at the Tuesday forecast as well. Also, we're going to take a look at the weather radar across the nation. Also, the Watches Warning Advisory map. Also, we're going to take a look at the excessive rainfall outlook for the next few days to come. And also, we're going to take a look at the South Carolina U.S. Drought Monitor as well at the end of this broadcast. So stick around to the entire video and do not miss a beat of this forecast. If you know anybody that want to join the Mike Bass Weather Forecast channel, send them my way. Tell them to smash that subscribe button and they're in. They get my forecast on YouTube here as well. Also, like these videos, share these videos, and once again, Merry Christmas Eve to all of you folks out there on YouTube land. Alrighty. Well, let's go ahead and get the show on the road here, folks, and let's dive on into the forecast now. Alright, you can see here we got quiet conditions over southeast, southern, and southwestern portions of Canada. Also back in the portion of Montana, through portion of North Dakota, through Wyoming, back into Nevada, California, down into the Gulf of California, through New Mexico, Oklahoma, and Texas, down in northern central Mexico as well. Dry high pressure is also in charge of areas of weather from Delaware to New Jersey, portions of Maryland, all the way up through New Hampshire, Vermont, also into Maine, also into New Brunswick, and also into Nova Scotia region. Alright. We got some showers over here on the west coast of Washington State, down to Oregon and northwest California. Also, we have some mixed precipitation there as well through portion of northern California, Oregon, and Washington State, with some freezing rain possible in Washington, southern, central, and southern Washington State and northern Oregon, with a little bit of snow in the northern portions of the forecast area. Same over here in portions of Oregon as well. All right. We got some more freezing rain possible. We're portions of Minnesota, portions of North and South Dakota, back down in Iowa as well. Some heavy snow possible. We're portions of South Dakota down in Nebraska. Snow falling from North Dakota all the way down into Colorado and also into Kansas. Mixed precipitation also expected through portions of Minnesota all the way down into portions of Missouri and eastern Kansas region, also into Iowa. Also, we got shower activity over Missouri, Arkansas, back in Tennessee, North Carolina, back into Pennsylvania, back through the Great Lakes region up toward Michigan, also into Lake Superior and also Lake Huron, also in the portion of Wisconsin region, and also portion of Minnesota. Thunderstorms and showers over Mississippi to South Carolina, a little bit in North Carolina, down into the Florida Keys. Dry high pressures in charge areas, weather over portions of the Bahamas, and also down into portions of Cuba. Activity is for your Christmas Day, which is December 25th, Monday. Alright, let's move on to the Tuesday forecast now. As you can see here, we got quiet conditions over southeast Canada, back in the portion of Nova Scotia, back into New Brunswick, Maine, New Hampshire, and also in the portion of Massachusetts as well. Also in the southeast Canada, southern and southwestern areas, back through Montana, back through Nevada, California, Gulf of California, northern central Mexico. Also into Texas, Louisiana, over to Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, back into Tennessee, and also toward Illinois. We got some shower activity over here across the west coast of the United States, over toward Washington, Oregon, and northwest California. Mixed precipitation in northern California and northern Oregon, much of Washington State as well. Also in the portion of Idaho, with snow flying elsewhere across Idaho, Montana, and also in the Oregon as well. Alright, more snow flying in portions of South Dakota, back down toward Kansas, a little bit in Colorado as well, also toward Missouri, up toward Iowa. Heavy snow possible over portions of Nebraska and also in South Dakota, with some freezing rain possible over portions of South Dakota, North Dakota, and back in northern Minnesota. Mixed precipitation in the purple from North Dakota back down toward Missouri, Illinois, Wisconsin, Iowa, and also into Minnesota. Also, a little bit of mixed precipitation up here in portions of New York State, Vermont, and also in the northern portions of Maine. Shower activity expected elsewhere across Connecticut, Rhode Island, down toward Delaware, D.C., Virginia, northeastern North Carolina, back toward Ohio, Michigan, Lake Huron, Lake Superior, and a little bit of crawl on east areas of Wisconsin as well. Alright, thunderstorms and showers from Ohio down into the Carolinas, Florida, and the Florida Keys. Cuba and Bahamas looks a-okay at this time. All of this activity is for your Tuesday, December 26th. Alright. Let's move on to the weather radar across the nation. We're going to let it load up here real quick. We got some scattered activity up here towards the Boston area, just west of Boston, also toward Connecticut, Rhode Island, and New Jersey vicinity, a little bit over toward Ohio and also into Pennsylvania. A little bit of scattered activity across South Carolina, western North Carolina, around the Atlanta metro area. Scattered activity down just north of Cuba, north of Havana, Cuba, that is, a little bit west of Miami, Florida. West coast of Florida, more widespread showers and storms across the Panhandle, Florida, back through Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri, all the way back into Iowa, Minnesota, southeast and southern Canada as well. Also back a little bit of activity, snow and mixed precipitation over the Dakotas. Also down in Nebraska, Kansas, also Colorado. Also we got some activity over in portions of California region, and also in the portions of Seattle, Washington, up toward Vancouver, Canada, and a little bit offshore of the California coast. All right, let's move on to the Watches Warning Advisory map for your location across the nation. Alright, you can see we got some special weather statements in effect for portions of Vermont, also in the New York State, also down toward Connecticut, Rhode Island, also a little bit here in portions of Michigan, also into portions of Wisconsin. Let's see, a little bit of special weather statement for northern areas of North Dakota. Dense fog advisory has been posted for areas up here in New York State, also in the portion of areas of Michigan, also in the portion of southern Wisconsin. Wind advisory portion of southern Tennessee, special weather statements there as well. Also, we have some wind advisory down across portion of Florida and also southern areas of Mississippi. We still got the river flood warnings up here in the portions of Connecticut, a little bit of eastern North Carolina, a few down in southern South Carolina, and also into portions of northern Florida. Coastal flood advisory from Alabama back in the southeast areas of Louisiana. Some flood advisories also in effect for portions of Texas and also Oklahoma. We got that winter storm going on up here in areas of South Dakota into portions of Nebraska. Blizzard warnings expected there. That's in the red. We have winter storm warnings also in effect around also in the portions around the area in portions of South Dakota, back in the portions of northern Kansas, also Nebraska. Winter weather advisory extended from up here in northern Minnesota through North Dakota, through a portion of Iowa, also in the portions of Nebraska and also into Kansas, and also South Dakota as well. Winter storm watches on the west side here of the blizzard warning in portions of South Dakota, also in the portions of Nebraska. High wind warning is also in effect there as well, and also in the portion of Wyoming as well. Some air quality alert for you guys down here in portions of Arizona, Southern California, some hydro issues in portions of North California. Also, we have winter weather advisories over Washington, Oregon State, some hydro issues there as well in Washington State as well. Hawaii and Chain Island got a few areas of high surf warnings to the north, to the south. Small craft advisory. We got small craft advisory, storm warning around Alaska, special weather statement, and winter weather advisories also in effect there as well. Alright, we look like we got some high wind warnings also in effect for the mountains of western North Carolina and also East Tennessee as well. Alright, let's move on to the excessive rainfall total over the next 4 days. This here is day 1. We got a slight risk for excessive rainfall amounts down here in portion of New Orleans, also toward Kansas City, back in the portion of eastern Oklahoma, also in the portion of Arkansas, marginal risk in the green, extending from portions of Iowa down into areas of Dallas, Dallas east of Austin, toward Houston, over toward Louisiana, and also over toward the Florida Panhandle as well. This is for your day 1. Day 2 moves over here to the southeast. We got some around Atlanta in the marginal risk, just east west of Charlotte, up toward Greensboro, just west of Greensboro, North Carolina. Marginal risk. We got some heavy rain, slight risk in the mountain parts from just northeast of Atlanta, also just west of Charlotte as well in the mountain region. Some heavy rain possible there as well for day 2. Alright, let's move on to day number 3. We got a marginal risk extending from just northwest of Greenville, South Carolina, all the way into portion of Virginia. Alright, day 4. Let's move the map over here just a little bit further. We got a slight risk, marginal risk for excessive rainfall from near Washington, D.C., all the way into southeast Maine as well, including Boston, Providence, and also New York City, Philadelphia, and like I said, Washington, D.C. and areas, and Albany, New York. Alright, and finally we're going to take a look at the South Carolina Drought Monitor. As you can see, we got a little bit of dry conditions across a few counties here in the southern areas. This is Beaufort County and also Jasper County. We got also some dry conditions extending from over here in the PD region, from Marlboro to Florence County to Kershaw County, all the way back to over toward Aiken and Edgefield, well, Edgefield County, that is McCormick as well. Alright, the tan color is a moderate, this is a moderate drought that has pushed into the upstate. Y'all was under a severe drought. The severe drought has gone. The more rain we get, these here will chip away. And the dry condition will continue to push on off to the northwest. We got moderate risk for drought from York County all the way back over toward McCormick County, also into portions of Greenwood County. Severe drought extended from portions of Anderson County all the way up toward Oconee, also back into Greenville-Spartanburg, also toward Cherokee and northwestern York County, and a little bit of moderate risk in portions of Pickens and Oconee County, South Carolina. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Hope everybody continue to stay safe and well. Also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos, consider subscribe if you have not. We'll catch you back in the next video. So have a wonderful Christmas Eve, folks. Take care.